Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of
Broke Boy Commentary.
Elmer was a little late with that intro.
Alright, you know what? So this is the podcast by Broke Boys.
For Broke Boys. My name is Bradley Satchel.
I'm Elmer Maximilian Cruz.
And I'm Jesse Castellanos.
And we are the Broke Boys.
Yeah.
Alright. So, where are you from, guys?
I originally grew up in North Bergen, New Jersey, and then I would say now that I live and I'm from Fairview, New Jersey.
Facts. Jesse?
Well, I was born in Miami, Florida. Shout out 305, Mr. Pitbull.
Facts. Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. But I lived most of my life in Davie, Florida. Well, it's like Davie / Plantation, Florida. And yes, there's an actual place called Plantation, Florida. I was like always in like the border of like those two like towns. But and now I currently reside here in New Jersey.
Hey, what a coincidence. I'm also a Florida boy. I was born in Martin County Hospital, August 8th, 1997. I lived in Port St. Lucie, Florida for 15 years of my life. Then I moved to Brooklyn. Then I moved to Jersey. And I've been living in Jersey, but I still live in Florida. It's a complicated situation. I'm from Florida, and I'm about to be in New Jersey for a long time. Let's just keep it like that.
Honestly, I always feel weird when people are like, "Where are you from?" Because I'm like, my parents like live in Florida because like that's where I go home to like after break and whatever. But this is kind of my home now.
True.
Montclair, New Jersey.
Word.
And if for those of you who are listening, if you don't know about Montclair, New Jersey, it's kind of a pretty white town.
Yeah, Stephen Colbert lives here.
Oh yeah,
there's a certain neighborhood where if you're in an Uber, the driver would be like, "Yo, you know Stephen Colbert lives here?"
Yeah.
Almost every Uber.
Every Uber.
So what is the purpose of this? Why are we doing this? Well, first of all, we're bored as hell, right?
Yeah, this is kind of like in response to this whole COVID-19 dilemma, and we're just trying to keep our creative juices running.
Yeah, while also like with a side of like documenting the experience that we're facing.
Yeah.
True.
Very much so.
Definitely. And it's, we're not licensed therapists, but like it's also therapeutic to get your thoughts out sometimes. You feel me?
Absolutely. Yeah, right. We can't. I don't think any of us here can afford therapy, so this is a nice way to.
I can't ask Daddy for $500.
You want to talk to someone for $500? Just talk to me, man. That's what he'll tell me.
Talk to your boys.
Oh, shit, man.
Talk to your boys. Talk to someone. Go on Omegle.
We're basically three people of color who are broke, and we just happen to be actors. I don't know if we mentioned that yet.
No, yeah, actually, yeah. So all three of us, we're all student actors. We're about to graduate.
Yeah, senior BFA acting majors. If you don't know what BFA is, you don't need to know. It's not important. It won't get us a job.
Essentially, it's a bachelor in fine arts, a concentration in the arts, and our concentration is acting. So you can tell that we don't really care about our future.
Exactly.
Actually, going back, you mentioned that we're POCs. However, Elmer, I have a question. Do you ever feel weird about like calling yourself
being
a
called
POC? Because like
Yeah.
for the listeners who like don't know what we look like, Bradley is the only one who is black, and I am. I'm Hispanic. My mom's from El Salvador. My dad's from Honduras, but I was born in the States. And Elmer, you're also Salvadorian.
Yeah, full blood.
And what were you born here though?
No, I was born here. My parents are from El Salvador. They say they don't know of anyone else in our family that's like mixed.
Yeah.
So for all I know, I'm full Salvadorian.
Now, okay, but Elmer and I both are like, our complexion is
Pretty fair.
pretty fair.
Yeah. People used to think I was Italian growing up. I was immediately.
Albert was definitely a white dude.
Everyone thinks I'm white the first time they meet me.
Yeah, nobody's ever crossed the street when they saw me coming out the sidewalk.
Yeah.
I'm black, y'all. I'm blackity black. Specifically Jamaican. Jamaican stand up was good.
Has anybody ever corrected themselves and tried to call you African American, thinking that they're like being politically
Yes,
correct?
but I just let him say. Actually, I think somebody said, no, freaking the casting director today was like, "You're a nice African American man." Yeah. I'm Jamaican, but
For context, we had a seminar with a casting director over Zoom.
great person.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was actually really great.
She also thought I was white.
Yeah, immediately. She said everybody in UCD.
The best thing about Zoom calls is seeing people crack up and their mic is muted. You just you just see them smile.
Like every improv actor looks like Elmer. And then she's like, "Oh, but you're a Cruz," and so I unmuted myself. I was like, "Yeah, I'm Hispanic."
Oh man. I mean, I do definitely feel like I look more Hispanic than the average, like
White person.
white person, obviously,
Yeah.
especially with my facial hair.
Yeah.
However, when I shave, I definitely.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely like will get pulled over less often.
Yeah.
How are you doing, officer? Good day we're having.
Oh man, but talk about Zoom. Gosh,
Oh,
this
Zoom.
has been rough. Yeah, this is our last semester of college.
Yeah.
And this is how we're ending it. Zoom classes, sitting in my desk, trying to have like a decent background so it's not like busy, and like just having these awkward conversations where like the professor starts lagging, and you're like, oh, what'd you say?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh man.
I don't think I'll ever get used to it, honestly. It's just really a huge adjustment from like going to class every day and like seeing people. Now you're just like wake up out of your bed and like turn on a webcam and sit there and it's like, oh my god.
How many of you wear pants?
No,
I mean,
I don't.
Yeah, like I'll have sweatpants on, but like usually I'm not wearing shorts or I'm in my underwear.
Yeah, it's definitely nothing that like matches the top.
Yeah.
There's somebody in my class today who had like some background noise going on, didn't know how to freaking mute their mic. It's like, bro, just mute your fucking mic. Like, you hear a bunch of shit in the background. It's like, bro, like,
Oh, for real? No, people who don't know like how to use like a computer.
Yeah.
Like especially like we always try to use that screen sharing function. You know, to
Yeah.
Okay, so. What? There's literally a huge green button that says share screen. Like it's literally like the biggest thing on the like control panel that's right in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh man,
It's crazy.
definitely frustrates me. But also, I don't want to make fun of the technologically illiterate because there's definitely things that
my parents are technologically illiterate.
Yeah.
Especially my dad. He doesn't know how to text at all.
I basically run all my dad's social media.
Yo, every time I'm with my dad, he's like, yo, clear these messages for me. He's like, bro, you can do that yourself. You know that, right? Like,
They'd be like, can you take these ads off my Facebook? It's like, just hit delete. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
No, I love looking at like someone's phone that's like over 50 and you see the apps are everywhere, like because you know that they be like moving them like without
And the text is like 50% larger.
I don't know how he did that, it just happened.
well, see if he can fix it. Yeah, he's young.
I saw on my mom's phone like on like the little what's it called, like the little shelf that's on the bottom.
Oh, the dock.
Yeah, the dock. Literally it was just like I think it was like the her like PNC Bank app. And I think like the Walmart app, and that was supposed to be like your essentials, and she can never find her text message app.
Oh my gosh!
But she is good at the GPS. That's like the one thing that I feel like my mom realized like I'm gonna have to like get good at this.
The only apps my parents are like sufficient at are like WhatsApp.
My dad loves YouTube.
Oh, my mom loves Candy Crush. Like she's probably like a master. Like genuinely, like
yeah, that's crazy.
I always see her playing Candy Crush.
Do you have your parents on Facebook?
Yeah, but
actually, I don't know. Actually,
they don't use it. Like they don't. They're not active users.
My mom likes everything I post, which is I love her for that. But she's the only one that likes it. I get no love on Facebook. I freaking hate Facebook. I only keep that shit to keep in contact with old.
No, for real. They're the older generation that are technologically literate get mad clout on Facebook. They be getting like 200, 300 likes per post, like just on like I just like renewed like my
flooring.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like anybody know how to like cancel your Hulu subscription, but only for a month, like, and then like everybody's commenting like helping out, like damn, like nobody's like that on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Or, like, we just finished doing a showcase in New York City, which is actually also like the day that like I think like this whole Corona thing.
Stopped.
Yeah, the day that like everything started getting pretty shitty.
Yeah. Shit hit the fan.
We were lucky that we got to do an in-person showcase because we were right at the brink of it. It's actually at our showcase we got the email that said our school was closing.
Should we define showcase? Or
I mean, sure. So yeah, so like we all prepared scenes and monologues to showcase to agents, casting directors, other professionals in the industry, and we actually had a lot of people come out, which was super awesome. But yeah, like I said, that was the day we got the email saying, "Hey, our school is closed. Spring break is extended." And it was actually we didn't realize it at the time, but it was actually the last time we were together as a class.
Yeah, all of us together.
Yeah.
Bradley and Elmer are like the only people I've seen like physically from that class.
Me too.
In, like a long time, so it's like it's definitely a weird feeling. We stay connected on the group chat 24/7, and we have our own fun little Zoom sessions. But it's like, dang, like I took it for granted.
Would hold the homies a little tighter if I knew it'd be like this.
Right? Also, like I remember always thinking in terms of like being a senior in college, like thinking like the last day I'm gonna have classes, I want to like take the time and look around.
Yeah.
And that shit's not happening. Like I was like robbed from me. But like God.
Yeah, campus is a ghost town. Don't even bother
The
trying to
reason
walk
why
around.
the three of us are still on campus is because we work for the school and like we're like broke and we can't go back home really, or like we don't want to go back home.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get on a plane right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. We all worked for the school, and so we were allowed to keep our positions, and because of that, we were allowed to stay on campus.
Thankfully.
Oh yeah, also on top of that, we were given some pretty sweet housing options.
Yeah,
we're all
they
like,
upgraded us.
We're all like in our own like huge rooms
The
or
most modern building, the most biggest building for free.
yeah.
Basically.
Me and Bradley both have what would be considered a double, where two people are like supposed to live in, but it's just us.
Yeah.
So I got my own king size bed. Although when I sit in the middle, like the two beds split apart, and it's kind of like uncomfortable.
Yeah, so everyone's given a twin XL, but because they have doubles to themselves, they push the beds together. So basically, it's like a king size bed.
Bro, like no, I think I did that. I tried doing that once, and yeah, I know what you're talking about. We just start splitting, and you feel like Moses, just like splitting the Red Sea. Like I'm pretty sure I had a dream.
Yeah.
I was splitting the Red Sea, and I just woke up, and it was the bed splitting.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah. They got traditional housing, and I got placed in an apartment style. So I have an apartment to myself, which is really dope.
yeah, fuck.
I still have a single though, like in my bed.
It would be nice to have a kitchen, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, unfortunately, my girlfriend who went back to Texas, which is where she's from, she left me her car and her like whole apartment. So I've been kind of like traveling back and forth and teaching myself how to throw down on the stove, on the oven, just like getting kind of creative. You know, also that actually leads me to like, I was talking to my girlfriend and saying like, sounds terrible, but like I feel like Corona like meant to happen in my life.
Some people have been saying that, like it was meant to happen.
It was meant to happen for the world, I feel like.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's letting
And no
everybody.
disrespect to the people who are affected.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because it's definitely brought like a lot of despair to like a lot of homes and families.
Absolutely.
But like it's also like making Americans and just the rest of the world like fucking pause and like appreciate everything.
Dude,
and
that's
like
definitely true.
you know, appreciate everyone. And like personally, I had always been kind of stressing about the transition between college into like real world, and this is kind of like the soft opening to like my
It's
life.
a soft start, dude.
And
It's
so
the
like
free trial.
Yes, this is exactly what it is.
It's the free trial.
This is the free trial to life. I'm having a free room. I'm like slowly cooking. Like I'm like figuring out my budget, especially when I move, and like how I'm gonna start paying rent and blah blah. And yeah, this is the free trial to our lives.
It's adulthood, dude. Yeah.
So like, thanks, Corona.
No, yeah, in a way, like it's really been like to see like the good part of it. Yeah, we get like I've been cooking a lot. I've been like not spending as much because I have to cook.
Facts.
Yeah, it's like a nice little break, easy. Like obviously we still have schoolwork, but it's a little bit less because it's online, and obviously we're not expected to be at our 100%.
Also, I've been getting lazy as hell too.
Oh yeah.
So it's
Hell
like,
yeah.
I've been getting
That
like,
too.
I like actually, this sounds stupid because I don't have anything I need to like really do other than like online classes and
Yeah.
occasionally like work the desk, which I just sit there and I could just do my homework and everything. I stayed up until 1 a.m. finishing my homework again.
shit.
I really procrastinated again. But also, I would argue that I am a nocturnal worker.
Yeah, my sleep schedule's fucked.
Yeah,
dude.
no. yeah.
I personally like working against the clock. Like I remember last semester I had like a 4-page essay due. I didn't start it until the night it was due, like the night before it was due, and I got it done. And it's like I work better under pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right,
If I have plenty of time to do it, I don't want to do it.
Especially if if I like open my laptop at like 3 p.m. in the afternoon and then try working on it, I'm gonna write some bullshit.
Exactly.
But like
Screw that.
at like 2 a.m, I'm like I'm like all these ideas are coming to my head,
Facts.
and I'm like, okay, I can talk about this, because I'm like planning, like, because I know I don't have much time, and I know if like I don't have much time to like also like go back and revise stuff, like I just need to get it right.
Yeah.
So
I will say, like, definitely these past few weeks, I've learned a lot about myself. And I don't mean to sound like deep or like spiritual or whatever, but like just sitting in your room alone every day, you just get to know yourself after a
No,
while.
absolutely.
Like in the real world, you're like in and out with people, hanging out, but like it's just you every day.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, it's cool, like self-discovery, like, you know, when you're stripped of everything, what's left?
Right.
And it's you, but then you have to basically learn how to live with yourself.
Exactly.
And it's honestly, it's really interesting. And you know, I mean, again, is it the most ideal situation? No, but
Not at all.
I think we're trying our best to do the good out of it. That's why we're starting this podcast, because we're 3 like artists. We're trying to stay creative
Facts.
and
let me
keep
tell you,
creating.
Staying creative is like very hard during like times like these. Like all I want to do is play 2K and watch YouTube and go to sleep, bro.
Yeah, dude,
Like I don't
amount
want
of
to make
YouTube.
anything. I don't want to record anything.
Dog, I get like so lazy. I don't even want to get up to plug in my laptop to my HDMI to like watch like Netflix. I just straight up pull up my phone. I'm like, YouTube is fine. Like, yeah, I'm like, God, like sometimes it gets bad.
No, dude.
Especially I have a what's it called, a mattress liner, which
Yeah.
is just like, and goddamn, I sink in my bed.
Oh, me
as
too.
soon as I sit in that,
I
like
get it.
I don't want to get out.
Damn.
My God, it's pretty.
No,
pretty wonderful.
Yeah, that other day, like last week, Tuesday maybe, when we had our acting class, woke up for the acting class. Once it ended, went back to sleep. I technically didn't leave my bed till 5 p.m.
That's
because
the great thing about Zoom. You don't
Yeah.
gotta go anywhere.
yeah, I thought about it. I was like, wow, that's insane. Like I'm probably gonna go to sleep at like 3 a.m. because of this.
Facts.
Man, but like, this is not an ideal situation. But 2020 has not been an ideal year.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
God damn.
Not
Like,
at all.
we started off rocky.
World War III. That was the.
Oh my God, yeah, I completely forgot about that. Everybody kept on thinking that we were gonna get drafted.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, the memes were pretty funny.
Yeah, they were. Dude. That's how we coped.
I'm about to
how
whip
we
this out. I don't know if y'all know that one.
Dude, everyone was like, oh, I'm asthmatic, so I'm not gonna get drafted.
Facts. And like y'all aren't basketball fans. I'm the only basketball fan here, but like Kobe Bryant was still like such a
Oh, I
prominent
forgot about
character,
that.
and like the way he died so tragically. Is
Oh no,
like,
I didn't
was-
need to be a basketball fan
Yeah.
because Kobe was such an impact in just culture and like in the culture that like I grew up in. Everybody fucking screaming Kobe when they throw something in the trash can. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Kobe is an absolute legend.
Facts.
Like, I remember like literally I took a nap. I woke up to a text from my girlfriend saying the fuck Kobe dead. Like, that's it. I was like, what?
Whoa.
Like, oh my God.
Where were
like,
you when Kobe did
and
that?
also like such a horrific way to go.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
like-
That was terrible.
and his little daughter, too.
Yeah,
like, and a bunch of
yeah.
other innocent people. Rest in peace to them too. Like,
Yeah, man, that truly was a tragic day, and like all of America felt that, and like, and then next thing we know, we get hit by this
yeah.
Things are
coronavirus. So it's
closing.
like 2020 is definitely testing the human race.
I literally cannot compare this year to any other year. Like,
Oh yeah, this is.
I don't think so.
I think this is what I expected 2012 to be. Like,
Yeah.
I remember everybody
Oh
was
my-
saying like that's how when the world was gonna end. Like,
Facts.
Oh, I remember I made the joke that like we were just behind. Like we counted like the way the Earth spins. We counted it wrong, so we technically are at 2012.
yeah, right.
Here's our new normal. That's the thing a lot of people have been talking about is the new normal. What is the new normal? For us in our industry, a lot of people are talking that they're they're gonna stop having like open calls and do like self tapes, and then at the callbacks, people are gonna be there in person. Which
also, it was what the casting director told us today, that they're sending out equipment.
Oh yeah.
Like imagine getting a whole package of like a huge camera,
Let's
like
do it,
this
shit.
mic. Yeah, right.
Let's do
Like,
that shit,
eBay that. Like,
It's like the actor stimulus package.
hey Bradley, can we get our camera back?
Sorry, Bradley no longer lives here.
Oh, I actually never received it.
I don't know what you're talking about. What
Yeah,
Nikon?
By the way, how much would that go for retail? Just wondering.
Yeah, what's the market retail price?
Yeah. But man, this also does kind of suck because we were like in the middle of getting like interviews with agents and
and
managers and
Skype calls are the worst. I cannot stand.
Oh my god,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I had.
hey there, can you hear me?
Oh, there's an echo. Let me put my headphones in.
Oh, I see you're in your kitchen. Oh, okay.
Can you perform for us through Skype? Like
my
our eyes are not aligned to the camera, so it looks like we're looking away. Can you look at me? It's like I can't. Like, I don't know how to.
And then like you start breaking up, and your monologue is like, well, and I'm gay. No. That's not what I meant. Oh man.
But I think I know this is cheesy, but it's important to stay positive. Like this is a great opportunity to create a lot of things.
Yeah.
And we're like imaginative people, so like we can create great things if we put our mind to it.
Every day that goes by that like I do spend like just chilling on my bed or whatever, I'm like, God damn it, there's like a 16-year-old like getting famous on TikTok, making that like next viral hit, or like that next song, like you know what I mean? That like also I am a producer and like I wanna like desperately put out like a tape or something, get like collaborate with like rappers and singers, but like sometimes I'd be staring at my computer like not knowing where to start like on the next track, and I'm like, damn,
Totally.
what the fuck am I doing?
No, like this is a great like for like side hustles, for like things that you can do digitally, like producing music or making videos. Like this is a great time for that. So like I'm really excited for the content that's gonna come out soon. Like obviously people are gonna like a lot of casting directors and people in the industry that we've been talking to, they've been saying that once things start to calm down and we do get to that new normal, that the craving for like entertainment, which is film, theater, all that stuff, is gonna be huge. And like I'm really excited for that, but at the same time I don't want to wait for that. Like I want to start now. Like I want to create now.
Also like all the stuff that like came out right before, or like
movies.
Yeah. Oh, that. Have you guys seen that Tiger King thing? I haven't watched it.
I've heard a lot about it.
Okay, yeah, none of us have seen it. All right, we'll make a whole nother episode on our thoughts on that. But like, my God, everybody fucking talks about that, and I'm like, I haven't seen it, but like, what perfect timing for it to just come out, and like nobody else has anything to do. You're gonna sit there and binge it.
Speaking of perfect timing, Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah.
It's like Animal Crossing memes. Everybody's playing that.
You know what? I'm about to start a conspiracy theory, because I don't know if you guys had been paying attention to it, but like a lot of people were anticipating it for years, really, and like also like the last E3 or something like that, where like everybody thought Nintendo was gonna announce it and they didn't, and there was this whole delay, and then finally it was about like when they announced it was gonna come out, Corona happens. Now everybody's home playing on their Switch.
In a game that like requires you to be on it like for a long period. It's not a game you can just pause and like
this could be,
it's one of those things that's like the timing is in real time.
There could be some evil doing here. I'm definitely not a conspiracy theorist, but it makes you wonder. Kind of makes you wonder. I'm not gonna lie.
No, also when I think too much about like conspiracy theories, like I just start getting scared.
Dude, back in middle school, I remember like people would like analyze everything. You know, Otis stands for Only in the Illuminati Survives, because Kanye and Jay-Z have this song called Otis.
Yeah.
And like, oh, if you play it backwards and then reverse it, it's like
it says the devil or like Satan 666.
It's like, okay, so what are we gonna do about it? Like, all right, they're devil worshippers. Now what?
No, one time I think it was like in my like fucking youth group that I used to go to in Plantation, that like they like played a track where like they like reversed it, and it says like something stupid like I want cocaine. Like something Satan is alive.
Yeah.
God.
I remember this one Tupac song somebody played backwards. He was like, "Yes, I'm alive. Me be missing you." People were like, "Oh my God, he's still alive!" Like,
Me missing.
oh
Oh man. Tupac chilling in Cuba.
Yeah.
Why? I
Listening to
don't understand that theory. Like, why? Why would he do that? Was he too famous, or so he fakes his death?
They have that forever. There's like an Elvis one where people think Elvis is still alive.
Yeah, I don't
Same
know.
thing for Michael Jackson.
Facts.
People
Well, we
think
can't talk too much about this, or the feds might off us. So let's.
Right.
Well, what actual like police officer is gonna be like? Oh, let me listen to broke boy commentary. I think that's what I want to listen on my
Facts.
drive home.
Oh, man.
So, I'm not in this category, but both of y'all are in committed relationships, and I know y'all significant others live in different areas. How does that affect your relationship, and like what changes do you? How does it make you feel? Like, tell me about it.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously we can't see each other as much as we'd like to, but I mean, that's just the case with everyone. Like one of the big reasons why I stayed on campus is because I didn't want to go back home because, like, I know my mom, when she gets sick. Like, a cold will knock her out. And so, like, that was like, I'm definitely staying home. Like, if I have it, which I believe I don't, but if I did, I would hate to pass it on. And same thing, like, you know, it's like the social distancing, it's there for a purpose. It's just tough. Like, I mean, same way with friends. Like, I want to see my friends and I want to see my family, but I know it's my responsibility just to stay home.
Yeah, you are staying home, and we did walk into your homes.
We're already breaking the first
But
rule.
we're creating.
Right. That was an excuse.
We're apart.
It's essential.
We're apart.
I mean, also, you guys are the only people I've been like around. So like, I think if any of us had it, like, we would have gotten it already. But to go back to your question, so how long have you been dating?
In my relationship, it's been this is bad. I want to say 7 months.
Word.
Yeah.
So me and Abby are going like we're a little over 2 years now, and honestly, so I'm pretty used to it just because like every time we go home for the summer, like we really don't see each other for 3 months, right? I did go like visit her in Texas, and she came to Florida once, but like we're kind of like. I guess we're kind of used to it. Obviously, we still text each other and we miss each other, but like...
It's also just the nature of our work.
Exactly. Yeah, that too. We're probably going to be traveling, regional theaters, going to fly out.
Exactly. Like, you might go to Florida for a regional theater, and she might go to Texas for a regional theater.
To film something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, we're also... It sounds weird, but like, we're also like at a good point in our relationship where we don't need to like... constantly like be around each other. Where like she told me, so when she went and she did a powerhouse training in upstate New York over the summer, she was talking about how like there were like a lot of like girls are like, oh my god, I miss my boyfriend so much. And then like, and everyone's like, how are you with your boyfriend? She's like, oh, I mean, we're good, like we still FaceTime, like we like I know like we're like one of the only people we like really like communicate to, so it's like there's not much to like worry about there. And then next thing you know, those like same girls that are crying about their boyfriend are all like horned up about like the next guy who's like in the cabin that they're like sharing. Like,
I'm not gonna hold you guys. I can say this because I'm single. If I was in your positions, like, I'm that insecure. Like, if my girlfriend went away somewhere, I'd be like, yo, I'd be calling her. This is why I'm not in a relationship, because I'll be scared as fuck. I'd be like, yo, who you talking to? Who you talking to? Who's that?
Bradley, that's my dad.
Oh man. But hey, if you're looking for a man, you know.
Yeah, Bradley, go ahead, give the plug.
Yeah, come on, Brad.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm young, I'm nice, I'm funny. You know what I'm saying? Just hit me up on Instagram, Brad Sat. You feel me?
Yeah.
All right.
Bradley also knows how to cook some
and he's a great dancer.
stir fry. Yeah, he's a great dancer. Yeah.
You know, I'll be the Brad.
Okay, I'm just gonna plug you real quick, dude. Brad has been creating content way before we have. Like, he has an Instagram that's full of videos. Definitely check that out.
Thank you.
Definitely.
I appreciate that. Speaking of Instagram, I I just made a dancing video, and I hate making dancing videos because I always say it's like I'm shooking and driving for views, but like people love that shit.
Dude.
Like,
Dude, you're
I
entertaining.
hate doing stuff like that I don't want to do, but like people want to see it. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that's
Like, I don't know. That's like the balance I'm trying to like figure out what type of stuff I like to make and like what type of stuff people
dude.
like.
I wonder if that's what like Disney Channel actors feel like.
Yeah.
'Cause they have to stay
that's a
they have to
good-
stay
that's
under
a
the
good
umbrella of
comparison.
Disney.
Facts.
They can't like do other things until their contract ends.
Oh yeah, because I'm pretty sure after a while, Selena Gomez was probably like, I don't want to keep waving this wand around, like acting like I'm like a magician.
Another spin-off.
Yeah, right.
I've always wanted to be a Disney actor, dude.
No, I mean, yeah, that like Disney and Nickelodeon were like the reason like that like I like first started like I want to be an actor, but like obviously now I'd rather like do something a little like with more integrity and like the scripts and but like I can't deny that. I can't deny that like when I watched Drake and Josh, I was like I can do that.
Oh,
Like, you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like
Fucking iCarly got me into acting.
yeah, man. There we go.
Miranda Cosgrove got me into like making a YouTube channel. Like,
There we go. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Honestly, it's like, yo, I can do that. Yo, she's young.
When did you two start wanting like when was the point of like, oh, I want to be an actor for you? Because you're talking about like you were watching TV shows and that's when you started. Because for me, I started in high school. It was like I did a show on a whim and that's when I started.
Word.
So like when was your turning point?
For me, it was my first freshman year. I spent 5 years in high school. Shut the fuck up. It was my first freshman year. I had a drama class. Like before that, I enjoyed being an entertainer and like being funny, and I had a YouTube and all that. But like I didn't really get into acting until I took a drama class. And the assignment was to write a monologue about bullying, like somebody getting bullied. I wrote one and I memorized it and then I performed it and I made people cry and I was like, oh my god! And then she's like, oh my god, you did so good, you did so good. I was like, damn, this feels nice. And I'm not saying I'm doing acting for like the gratification. Well,
That's a little bit like, you know, of course we enjoy fans.
Facts.
Yeah.
Oh, anybody who says that like they
don't do it for themselves.
Yeah, they don't do it for themselves is a fucking liar.
Yeah.
The minute you hear an applause for you,
that's
like
true.
As soon as you like walk out, like once the show curtain closes, you like want people to come up running to you, like, oh my god, you did a great job.
yeah, dude, I always love going to like right outside and seeing like my friends. I'm like, alright, here it comes.
That's
Like,
exactly why I don't like doing that, because I sometimes expect it, and like if people
I
don't
get
do
that.
that, I'm like,
That's
fuck,
true.
I did a bad job.
Also, you know what's kind of awkward? Like, you go up to them, oh my god, you were so good, Jesse, you're amazing.
Yeah.
And then it gets quiet. and then you're like,
So what's up?
It's like we
yeah, right? Oh, I just did the show.
like we love it, but we don't know how to respond to it.
Oh, yeah, that's also,
Yeah.
Even though it's like a instant gratification, like a nice little shot of dopamine, and then the next few seconds afterwards, it's like,
So it's like
Yeah, I
it's
don't
like
know.
being sung happy birthday to.
yeah, I don't really, yes, I don't know how to take a
I'm
compliment.
cringing. I'm cringing. Have you ever had a birthday at a restaurant and then fucking weird?
Alright, I think now we're gonna take a break because I believe our pizza is here.
Oh,
so.
good, awesome.
Pizza break. That pizza was banging.
Dude, that pizza. We for our viewers listening on, we got Little
Our
Caesars.
listeners, actually.
Well, okay, all right. So for our listeners,
Nobody can see us, owner.
you know what? All
fucking
right, fine.
idiot.
Why don't you talk? Fine, screw it.
No, man, you can
All
go
right,
back.
all right. We'll have the editor edit that out.
Yeah.
Wait, can you say the name of the, like, can we say Little Caesars?
I
like,
see why not.
'cause-
We're
yo, Little
not gonna
Caesars.
say- yeah, we're not gonna say
Little
anything.
Caesars, can you
Hey,
sponsor
you
us?
can go to littlecaesars.promo code.
Yeah, right. Dot promo code.
All right, maybe we won't just in
Get
case.
use Broke Boy BBC as your promo
Yo,
code.
one of these days we're gonna do that.
Have a Little Caesars promo code.
Dude.
Let's do it. Let's send them this episode.
Bro, we're gonna have a Squarespace one. Like that's what the one everyone has.
Anyway, getting back to our previous conversation, we talked about how we got into acting, and we left. I said my story. Jesse, how'd you get into acting?
So I think I always wanted to be like an actor when I was like little. Well, I always knew I wanted to be a performer because when I was like when I was 5 years old, my mom worked in like a mall in Miami. She had like her own store, and there's like in the center there's like an area for like a stage kind of, right?
Oh.
And there like this like circus just came and like they had their like circus there, and then I would like just go and ask me like, can I be in the circus? circus? And then like he would take me to my mom and be like, your kid keeps asking me to be in the circus. And then finally one day he goes like, here, come like why don't you like, obviously it's actually like kind of like thinking like hindsight, like it's kind of weird thinking that like a older dude was just like, hey, come with me inside this tent. And I kind of like, but I basically like auditioned for him and he goes like, yeah, like you're pretty good. And then so he like, I was like a clown for like a circus for like a year or two. He like paid for it and everything. Like I don't think it was like much because I don't think they made much. They ended up like moving to the swap shop. You know the swap shop, right? Yeah, man. The swap shop is
that
crazy.
A Florida thing?
It's a big flea market.
Oh,
anyway,
shit.
Going back to like why I actually want to start acting. It wasn't until like where I like decided like this is what I want to do. It was in high school, junior year. I had started doing plays my freshman year. I just wanted to try it. Like I just finally wanted to like actually do like acting. Like so I did the plays. And then junior year, like we did a production of fucking Oedipus Rex.
Oh,
yeah,
high school?
Yeah, dog. And he was like, and then so my director, he goes, hey Jesse, so like, are you gonna like audition for like colleges and like, cause that's like kind of a thing. There's always the seniors that went to audition for colleges, like for it to like, it was like 1 or 2 or 3 like seniors that just went to Unifies to go audition for like acting or musical theater colleges, and I'm like, yeah, I think I want to do this, and so I did like the whole process, and like, but man, like theater is definitely what like changed my, I don't want to say changed my life, it's kind of like,
but it is a big
cliche,
part of our
but
lives.
it's definitely like it's changed my life. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
How'd you get in?
So for me, I started in high school. Honestly, when I went into high school, my aspiration was to be an engineer. Yeah. Could you imagine like me being an engineer right now?
well, dude, you already like are like a carpenter.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Yeah, so for our viewers, my side hustle is that I'm also a carpenter. I do a lot of scenic stuff for theaters. Like, I build the sets, basically.
He builds sets.
I build sets, yeah. I help build sets. So yeah, in high school, I wanted to be an engineer, but also I wanted to try a bunch of new clubs. So I joined this one club that was like basically just doing community service. I forgot what it was called. It was okay. I joined the bowling team, which I did for every year. I was captain of the bowling team my senior year.
I saw the picture of you, that action shot.
Yeah, dude, it's a good
spicy.
photo. I love it. But then I also, on a whim, was like, I'm going to audition for the musical. My high school musical was, we're doing Beauty and the Beast. And I got the part of Maurice, which, for a first time, that's a decent part.
Which was Maurice?
Is Belle's dad.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He has his own song. Like, I got a decent part for my first time. And that... Can I remember the day? I would always say the day. I think it was April 23rd through the 26th. Those were our show dates of 2013. And that's what made me want to do acting for the rest of my life. And then, really, it was me and my friend Gabe who were the only 2 people, I think, ever in our school to go for acting, like as a theater.
Is that the one in...
NYU. Yeah, he went to NYU. I went here. I don't know if we can say where we're at. And so basically, we were the first 2 to ever go out for studying acting, and then after us, people actually started going out for that. People later would start doing that.
Hell yeah, man.
And now let's go around the table and talk about why we don't want to act anymore.
Well, basically, it doesn't make any money.
Yeah, everybody keeps... every time I go back home, someone's like, oh, so what do you? You're in college? Yeah. What college you go to? I go here. Oh,
what do you major?
What are you majoring? I'm an acting major. I'm a BFA acting major.
Okay.
I try to add the BFA to make it sound like more official, and then she's like,
Dude, did I ever tell you guys that freshman year I had an Uber once, and the guy tried to talk me out of acting?
Oh no!
He was like, "Hey, so what do you study here?" I was like, "Oh, I'm an acting major." He's like, "My daughter wants to be an acting major. I don't get it. Why do you guys like? There's no money in it." And like. Tried to talk me out of it. I was like, "Yo, like, you're my Uber. Relax."
He's too real.
You're gonna get like 0 stars.
No,
for
there'll be some Uber drivers who like try to push conversation, but then there's others who have like great conversation stuff.
Oh yeah, it's like super easy. They're just like, oh yeah, I know this because I was a teacher in Romania. I was like, oh snap, tell me more about that. Like,
that's dope.
I had this one dude give me girl advice. I don't know what I was sad for. I was being a simp. Like the Uber driver was like, "No man, you gotta let that shit go, bro." And like he was just this cool ass black guy. It's like, yeah, man, you're right.
Man. No, yeah, I definitely had some cool Uber drivers that are also. It's always them. Those are the ones that tell you about like how they're like, I'm not just an Uber driver. Like, I have, like, this is my side hustle. I, like, have bigger dreams. But then there's, like, ones that are, like, that's what they do.
That's the
Between that and Grubhub. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I do love a good silent Uber ride.
Honestly, yeah, I wouldn't mind a
Sometimes.
silent
Yeah.
ride. Oh, yeah, so.
But, man, if that's got to be the hustle for me later on, you know what I mean? That's the hustle. Like,
What you gotta do, bro.
I'm trying to, like... I'm actually trying to act, and I don't want to just, like, but I also got to pay these bills,
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
exactly.
So it's like, damn, like...
It's the side job. Or the main job, depends, yeah.
My dream has always been, like, with acting, my side job I've always wanted to, like, be, like, a creator on the internet, and I wanted that to be my side job, but, like, it's so fucking hard to do that.
Yeah,
So, like, I'm still working on that shit, so... I'm about to graduate. I have to go get a job at freaking TGI Fridays or some shit.
Dude, yeah, like I just want to do what I love, and I want to love doing what I do. So like, even if I have to pick a side hustle or like a real hustle, doing like cashier work, if I can love my coworkers and my boss, like I'd be happy. Like I worked at McDonald's once. I hated it.
You look like the type that would work at a Home Depot. Especially your outfit right now. All you need is the orange apron.
No, I need the orange like vest.
I can totally see him saying like, "Hey, do you need anything?" Like,
Honestly, no, I thought about it.
I'm wearing Sharpie on the orange.
No, dude, like
apron.
I think they do like college, like financial help. I thought about it, dude.
Oh yeah, like tuition reimbursement. Yeah, they do.
I thought about it. No, but like I would want to be just like a over hire at theaters or just be called to do commercial stuff.
I'd
Like,
love to be an usher.
Ushers are cool too, yeah. You get
about,
to watch shows for free.
Yeah, you heard about those two ushers that were were ushering the Harry Potter show, and they're like, "Oh, you look like you should be in the show, basically, right?" And then they're just like auditioned them, they got it. Like, what the fuck? Like,
that's a good job.
One of these days, that's gonna happen to us.
Man, like, hey man, you're kind of ugly. Like, I had this role just for you.
You ever heard of the Elephant Man?
Oh damn. I don't even know if I would like take that just for like my own self-respect. No, I'll take that. I'll take that. What the hell?
You gonna pay me? Yeah.
Bro, I'll take anything I can get just as long as I'm not doing anything like.
Yeah, right. Anything but porn, right? That's it. Like.
I mean, I'd consider it for like a day.
Oh, porn?
If somebody came with me like a nice ass contract, it was like, damn, I've never made this amount of money before. Hey, God, seriously, consider it. But I turned it down.
Jeez.
Oh man.
Listen, man, I'm broke.
Imagine that
broke
audition. Like, all right, man. So we don't have any girls, so you're just gonna use this doll right now.
Dude, just do your thing and whenever you're ready.
And we don't have the camera with this because this is the new office, so I'm gonna use my iPhone. But don't worry, it's not gonna stay on my phone.
He just signed this release real quick.
Yeah, right? Do you mind if I jerk off?
Just gonna sit behind his desk.
Yo, the feeling. Okay, when you're in a show and you're in its opening night and you see the lights go down and you hear, "Ladies and gentlemen," what's the first thing that goes through your head?
I think about like sitting in the audience. Like I think about like how this like looks from the outside. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is gonna be an experience.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
this is it. Like,
Word.
but
It depends, because you're not always like off stage, ready to go on.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to. It's like you hear it. It's like, all right, we're starting.
oh yeah,
and
like,
you're backstage.
Like, I still got like 30 minutes before I get on stage.
For my one line.
I have to tell you, Daughters, a play we did like a year ago. That was like the most least nervous because one, I wasn't doing anything, and two, like me, you, and Fabrizio were in that small little space, and we just fucked around the whole time.
You always do that good bit.
Oh man, dude, that dressing room was fun.
Yeah, I think also like Daughters was like the most like lax because like we had been with the show for like a while. Like, you know what I mean? We did the reading in the city and then like we did the show and it was like, but that was like a whole year like that we were just like, and then also like I don't know, it's just like cool people.
Yeah, no, that was a great production team.
Yeah, man.
Great cast and crew.
Good times. For those of you that
That's in the past, man. We got to think about the future and like staying fucking positive, like with these careers that we've chosen. You know what I mean? It's also like at this point, like why not just like fucking try to do it? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just like we've spent 4 years like trying to do.
I've put so much into this shit to give up now.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Like if I wanted to give up, I would have gave up like sophomore year.
That was the year. I remember when we started. That was like, sophomore year's the year you decide you become an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
But here we are.
But
Here we are.
I'm gonna keep pushing. Actually, just yesterday, I was texting my mom like, "Hey, I think I'm just gonna take a gap year between my career and like school because like this whole Corona thing." She was like, "No, you gotta like start." And then I had a one-on-one conversation with my professor, and he was like, "I don't know, like with you, like it's okay, but like I know you, and like you're just gonna get down in the dumps. You won't come back." And he's like totally right. If I had to go back to Florida right after this semester, I don't think I would ever act.
Start working at Walmart again.
I would get too comfortable. I'll just be like, "Fuck you, man. I'll just stay down here."
No, I get that.
Now imagine, because a gap year turns into 2, and then that turns into like, like maybe I'll like start again like next year, and then you start like down and like that you even like tried doing that in the first place.
And then like, this Walmart check is pretty comfortable. Like, I'm okay.
I just got promoted. Like.
Yeah, the regional manager.
God, I fucking hate managers.
Man, that's why.
You know what? I can never do a desk job. Never.
No.
Cause like also like even like when I'm like making music on my laptop, I have to get up or like I have to like go somewhere else. Or I have to like think of something doing like more creative than just sitting down. Like, cause even though like it is creative, like me making music, but it's like my body is not like working.
We're performers. We're
exactly.
entertainers.
Facts. As cheesy as that sounds.
Yeah.
We're performing.
Yeah. Dude, that's who we are. It's in our blood.
I'm an entertainer. I'm here to entertain you.
I don't just act. I perform.
This is an art form. Like
it's a fine art.
Yeah, I actually have a bachelor in fine arts.
All right, I might be a little petty, but like back in high school, I knew this one person who like put actor in their bio when they've never acted before. It's like, how are you? You're not an actor.
Oh no,
like,
I hate people that really are just like, oh no, I just do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of kids on TikTok right now that are like, I'm an actor. Like I'm an actor. Like because of like, and it's like, yeah, but are you actually getting paid? Yeah, like no, you're not. Like
yeah, there's experience and there's training. You should have a good mix of both.
Not to be pretentious.
Yeah, no, but
there's some people who are really good without training.
Oh yeah, there's people that like.
But
even if you hear like people that are like just go like just go and do it, right?
Yeah.
Fucking like Leonardo DiCaprio, Lakeith Stanfield, whatever. You still hear them like say stories about like an acting coach or acting teacher. Like, you know what I mean? Like
they do get training on the side.
Exactly.
They
do college or a conservatory.
Like Spielberg, he gets new talent all the time. Sometimes just random talent, but like they have to get trained. You don't just put them on a set.
Facts.
They have to understand, like realize what.
Because unless like I feel like unless you were a child star, because like those people, obviously they're just doing it. They went from like playing with like Legos and like saying they're like, I'm an actor, like I want to just
go on set.
Exactly, and then they're so like, so this is what you're gonna do, and then you get used to it, and then you're like that's your lifestyle. Fucking kid.
Exactly.
I wanted to be a child actor, but
without a doubt, man.
Some of these child actors didn't turn out very well. Which is
that dude from That's a Raven.
Oh yeah,
what's his face?
Orlando.
Yeah, that dude. That like scares me. I'm like, this is the dude that like I used to watch all the time and think he's like normal, and like I can't like see the same person when I see his videos.
When they rebooted it, they replaced him.
They even have you ever seen that video of him like literally on the side of the road, like on the side of the road, like out, and then someone is like recording him, like it's literally it looks like Orlando or something like very like rural, and but you see like a shopping plaza probably like in the like far back.
That's so embarrassing.
Man, it was that.
Hopefully he's doing better as we speak.
Yeah, right. Wherever you are, man. I hope you're staying safe during this interesting time, and I hope you're taking your medication or whatever.
Honestly, if this podcast becomes popular, I'd love to take questions. Like, all right, guys, so send us some questions
from
our viewers. We should start an advice column. Whoever listens to this, if you want to send us something, we'll find a way to do that.
Reddit, ask me anything.
Facts. All right, so on that note, I think we're going to close it out.
Yeah.
I think this was a great conversation. This was a great first episode. I'm going to go ahead and edit it, see how it sounds. Yeah. But, yeah, man.
Bradley, where can they find you? You
can find me on Instagram at BradSatch, BradSatch, and that's the same thing on TikTok. I make videos, do your thing. Where can they find you?
They can find me on Instagram at Elmer Maximilian Cruz. We'll just put it. We'll just put no. We're putting. I'm not gonna spell my whole name, dude. Just find me on Instagram. That's basically where I post my stuff.
Where can we find you?
You can usually find me behind the one Tiger Mart out of US 6. I'm playing. You can find me on thejessecastellanos.com.
That's true.
BradleySaxon.com.
It's my actor website.
Thanks.
Anyway, so thank you guys for joining us for our very first episode of
Broke Boy Commentary, the podcast made by broke boys
for broke boys. Peace. Have a good one. Stay healthy.
Stay safe.